All right. Early Christmas morning. Got my coffee already. The house is quiet. Everybody's still sleeping. So that gives me some time to build a sky ray. Hey, everybody. This is Everyman with Everyman's 40K channel. So we have a new model in front of you, and it's called a sky ray. This particular model from Piper Makes, she calls this the Fuji. And if you go ahead and you go over to printedgames.com and check out specifically her stuff, Piper Makes, you will find a set of files that are called the version 2 of all her aircraft. Or not aircraft, but I guess Tau flyers, so to speak. So Devilfish, Hammerhead, Fuji, or the Sky Ray. So it's all right there. So hop on over. Please support printedgames.com and support Piper Makes, because again, some of the stuff that she makes is just incredible. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to throw up some pictures here. This is what Piper Makes Fuji looks like, totally built, or her version of the Sky Ray. As you can see, awesome model. And then here we're going to go ahead and we're going to throw up some pictures of the real Sky Ray, GW's version. Again, awesome model, but like I said, we just want to do something different, so that's what we're going to do. Okay, so let's go ahead and throw up the stat sheets. So it comes with its main armament, which is the Sky Ray missile rack. And then, of course, you got the pulse carbines. You got 2 of those. And then, according to this sheet, you can replace the twin carbines with either the burst cannons or the missile racks, the smart missile system. So enough of that. Let's go ahead. Let's dive into this build. This is much simpler than the Devilfish we just put together that we posted. As you can tell, a lot less parts, no crew compartment. We just get to start right here with the center fuselage section. So again, it comes in 3 pieces, same as the Devilfish. So the first thing we're going to do is, again, start mounting the center section. And to me, if you look at that seam, that looks pretty good. I don't think I'm going to have to work on that too much to get that to come together nicely. So let's go ahead. I'm sanding this just a little bit. We're going to go ahead and I think we're going to call that good. So drops of glue here. Okay, and then little spray of Zap Kicker. Okay, so same thing as we did on the last one. We're going to come in here. Right down the middle. Again, just hold it tight, let it kick off. Now that we got the main body put together, we can go ahead and slap in the wings. So here we, just like I said, just like on the Devilfish, all this is easy. So we come in here, tiny bead of glue right down the middle. go ahead and slide in our nacelle engine rack or exhaust ports. So that's one side of the wing. So there we got left and right. So we're going to come in here, and again, this is much different, or a little bit different. I wouldn't say much, but different than the Devilfish. We don't have to use the pins. On the front, yes, but on the rear, no, because they're slotted just like that. So those can actually just get glued because they're hard mounted. So we're going to go ahead and do that. We're going to glue them. Now that is a chunky boy, like we said on the Devilfish. That is much wider than the normal Skyray. So we'll have to deal with that on the table. It's going to be hard to kind of move this around, and without the fly being able, this does have the fly keyword, but without this being able just to hop over buildings and stuff like we used to in the old days, getting this thing around the table is going to be kind of a pain. So we're going to put these two little things in, and then again the rear. Okay, so now it's time for these two sections right here in the center. I had to drill these out a little bit. The actual locations were a little bit too small. So again, a little bit of work that I didn't realize I had to do, but it's done. Okay, so we got these two in. Okay, so now next is the center. A little bit of glue. Next is the lower fan. Right here. Check the fit. Perfect. So just a little bit of glue. Okay, so now we're going to move to the two top pieces here, which are the sensor array, or the tracking system, let's call it. So that requires this piece here, left, this piece here, right, and then these two sensor arrays here. So let's check fit. Always check fit. Okay, next is the sensors. So again, a little off kilter, done on purpose. We don't want them looking straight ahead. So we got one kind of looking off a little bit this way to the left, and then we got one kind of looking more out to the right at an angle. So just kind of offset them a little bit. Okay, so next is the centerpiece. Okay, so bottom's done. Everything's done. So I'm just sitting here and I'm just realizing that this is a mistake printed. So give me a couple hours. I'm going to have to reprint. So the issue is, as we discussed on the Devilfish, if you remember, the rear nacelles had a circle here, and that circle we used to go ahead and put in a ball joint, and that ball joint then housed our drones or our pulse carbines. Well, I printed up the wrong ones. In order to do that here, again, it's printed up wrong. And as you noticed, I don't have the inserts. So I'm missing two inserts. So we're going to push pause here, and I have some printing to do. So I'll be back in about 2 hours and roughly 20 minutes once those prints get done. Okay, see you in a little bit. All right, we are back. So after 4 hours of printing this stuff here, Again, when I left you, I was talking about this and me messing up and not having the right configuration, which is this one here with this little pocket. Okay. In addition to that, while investigating these and going back through the prints or through the files, I found this. Okay, this piece goes right here. Well, the devilfish, I actually forgot this piece. So I printed this out for the devilfish and this one. Then I forgot these for this one. These are the antenna. Now, I don't know if I'm going to use these or not. Maybe we will, maybe not, but I still printed them out. So this was a 5-hour print just to print these two things out. So now let's go ahead and get back to the build. Now we've got all our parts. We assemble these. A little bit of glue. Okay, so next we're going to assemble the burst cannons. Okay, so left and right burst cannons are complete. Now we're going to go ahead and install this. Now to test fit. Okay, so here is the tricky part. So I want to be able to use these little balls here. But as you can see, they are different than here. Right? The size is different. So we got to figure something out. So that's pinned. So now this here is also the receiver. So it goes in just like this. Okay, so now what we're going to do is, this is the beauty of 3D printing. So this one here is already mounted. I have an extra one of these, but what we're going to do is we're going to print out a couple more of these and we're going to install them on the bottom of these drones. So just like this. Then we're going to do the same thing to this drone that we did to this drone here that we did to this. So we're going to be able to swap out the pulse carbines for the burst cannons. So let me go ahead and get all that done and then I'll come back. Okay, so after cutting and drilling and more cutting and more drilling, we finally got this done. So we have the front nacelles glued in position. We went ahead and, as I said, we pinned these. So now these are pinned. I have some stuff running on the printer right now. A couple more of those little ball joint items right here. So those are done. So those are pinned in. And then I went ahead and I used the same ball joint system to go ahead and mount it. So this is now ready to be pinned like that and put on the board. Bang. Just like that. So there we go. That's the position. That's what it's going to look like on the board, just like that. I wanted it kind of up, the rear end kind of up. Okay, so from here, the next thing to do now is to put on the missiles. So let's go ahead and work on that. So Piper, she already labeled these. So this one is a 3. So this is a 1. And then she's got 2s. Okay, so the 2s go here. The 1 and the 3s go here on the outside. That's why she did that. So 2 goes right here because she angled it up, because if you just let it go flat, it hits. Okay, so all of the missile racks are done. Missiles are almost ready to be put in. I think I'm going to prime first. So next is the antenna. We're going to put those right there, running along that line, squaring it up, and going out over the top of the exhaust. Okay, there we go. And finally, the armor plates. They go up front right here. Just like that. Drop a glue here, drop a glue there, and that's it. So we're going to take this, we're going to go to the board, the display board, just like we did with the devilfish. Then we'll come back here after that for a wrap-up. Okay, so here we are once again at the display board, and as you can see, now you understand the concern I had and why I had to get these two built and in work prior to doing anything else on the board, because these are such large models. As you can see, that one in the back, this tree is hitting. So this tree was intended to go here. So now I'm going to have to actually build another tree. Now I have the material. That material is copper wire. Hold on, let me get it back here. I'll show you. So here is the copper wire. Okay, so that's just a copper tree. That's copper wire just twisted. So we're going to be able to build another tree, but we're going to have to go about 1 inch to 2 inches higher. So that means this tree will have to end up moving down a little bit somewhere over here, as well as this is hanging off the board. So the back of the board is going to have a flat wall coming up. So this is going to have to push much further forward like this, so that that antenna now clears. And then the tree is going to have to go somewhere, probably right in here now, but again, much higher. So as you can see, we got a lot of work to do still, a lot of configuring, but that's most likely where it's going to end up going. I may push it that way just a tad, over there like this. All about placement. Like that. But okay, so this is it. Let's go ahead and we're going to take this back now to the build table, and we're going to go ahead and do a wrap up. All right, back at the build table and time for a wrap up. Okay, so now we're done with the big models. Now on to, I think, my Cold Star Commander and Commander Farsight. We're going to go ahead and we're going to bust out those two characters and we're going to get them done. We may do them all in the same video just to start compressing this stuff. Like I said, I got to hurry up. I got to get this stuff done. We are still in the holiday season, so I'd like to wish everybody a happy holiday. And please hit that subscribe button, smash that notification bell, hit that like button, and tell all your friends on social media. And like we always say on the channel, everybody, may all your dice rolls come up sixes unless you're looking for that one. Peace out and Happy New Year.